A life empowered is closer than you think. We're all looking for a better way. Reimagine what's next with a new sense of exuberance. Why not power on like you mean it? Or power off blissfully? A better sleep is a better awake. You've never moved like this before. With the energy nature intended. Imagine reprogramming the way you look at the speed of science, at longevity, at exhilaration. It's next level rejuvenation. Take control of your well-being from the inside out and outside in. The light within is ready to ignite. Be the light. LifeWave. You are a powerhouse of growth, of new experiences. You just don't know it yet. Let's change that, shall we? With innovation at our core, we've reimagined what's possible. Harnessing the body's natural energy flow with light. Backed by clinical research, X39 stimulates the skin with low levels of light to elevate a key peptide linked to renovating and rejuvenating the body. This life technology supports improved movement, recovery, and overall health and well-being. You are Generation Awesome. Shifting paradigms and creating new ones. We always knew you had it in you. Now it's time to prove it to yourself. Your adventures are only beginning. Discover the power and simplicity of doing more with X39. Be the light. LifeWave. An empowered life has no expiration date. We're all created to do incredible things. Like conquer summits, catch big waves, and live our passions. As time goes on, our bodies begin to show signs that things just aren't as they used to be. Our energy levels decline, sleep patterns shift, and recovery slows. But our bodies are masterpieces of design, holding the potential to bounce back better than ever. With X39, we achieved something remarkable in the field of wellness and regenerative science that others could not. By utilizing LifeWave's unique patented technology, X39 uses light to elevate GHK-Cu, a copper peptide known to support overall health and wellness. Unlike traditional light therapy, which requires external light sources, X39 uses the body's own infrared light to naturally increase vitality, enhancing the body's flow of natural energy for improvements in strength, stamina, performance, and overall health and well-being. With the simplicity of an affordable, non-invasive, non-transdermal patch. As we age, levels of these life-enhancing elements, which are associated with wellness and longevity, begin to decline. LifeWave invested 10 years into stem cell research, which resulted in over 70 patents. X39 was born to bring to the public a product that can support wellness in an entirely new way, supporting the production of younger, healthier cells with wearable light technology. Becoming a powerhouse is easier than you think. Harness your body's natural potential to maintain youthful energy and vitality, because life comes at you fast, but it doesn't have to pass you by. Live long, live well, live young. Be the light with LifeWave X39. LifeWave.
Imagine if you were part of the solution instead of the problem. Imagine if you had the power to help those in need and could erase the pain of others. Imagine if people expected us to be there when disaster hit. LifeWave family members have repeatedly met the call of those in need. Whether it is to provide pain relief, a better night's sleep, or just to have the face of someone that cares.
We are on the LifeWave 20th anniversary incentive trip around the Greek Isles, and we are having the time of our lives.
Every time I see you, I'm caught up in the feeling.
People are coming from every part of the world, Europe, Asia, America. When we are all together here, we are just one big family.
We are just bonding and having such joy and closeness and so much love, feeling the enrichment of the bonds of real relationships that are precious to me.
You know, LifeWave is about love, and you got to feel that and experience that. And the only way you're going to feel that is to be with each other, and we've got to enjoy that this week.
Every time I see you, I'm caught up in your magic.
The Greek islands are just beyond beautiful, with all the blue water, the white buildings, the blue tops. I mean, it's just such a unique place.
The food, the taste, the smells, the air, the water, so much for the eyes to take in, for the heart and soul to experience here. So these are memories of a lifetime being made. I'm so grateful.
We're here in Athens. We're having a blast. Thank you, LifeWave. We're so grateful to be here.
Dream come true, and we're travel free, having fun. Look at these beautiful things behind us.
ライフウェーブを通じて今までも一つ一つ夢が叶ってきましたけれども、まさかこういった形で会社から自分の夢を形にしてもらえるとは思ってませんでした。本当に、感謝してます。ありがとうございます。
It's a good place to gain more and strengthen up your business, who you are as a person, and how you're going to continue to build your LifeWave business.
The trips are literally a priceless experience. You want to commit to getting yourself locked in on the next incentive trip. It'll change your life, it'll change your business.
We are on the LifeWave 20th anniversary incentive trip around the Greek Isles, and we are having the time of our lives.
Every time I see you, I'm caught up in the feeling.
People are coming from every part of the world, Europe, Asia, America. When we are all together here, we are just one big family.
We are just bonding and having such joy and closeness and so much love, feeling the enrichment of the bonds of real relationships that are precious to me.
You know, LifeWave is about love, and you got to feel that and experience that. And the only way you're going to feel that is to be with each other, and we've got to enjoy that this week.
Every time I see you, I'm caught up in your magic.
The Greek islands are just beyond beautiful, with all the blue water, the white buildings, the blue tops. I mean, it's just such a unique place.
The food, the taste, the smells, the air, the water, so much for the eyes to take in, for the heart and soul to experience here. So these are memories of a lifetime being made. I'm so grateful.
We're here in Athens. We're having a blast. Thank you, LifeWave. We're so grateful to be here.
Dream come true, and we're travel free, having fun. Look at these beautiful things behind us.
ライフウェーブを通じて今までも一つ一つ夢が叶ってきましたけれども、まさかこういった形で会社から自分の夢を形にしてもらえるとは思ってませんでした。本当に、感謝してます。ありがとうございます。
It's a good place to gain more and strengthen up your business, who you are as a person, and how you're going to continue to build your LifeWave business.
The trips are literally a priceless experience. You want to commit to getting yourself locked in on the next incentive trip. It'll change your life. It'll change your business.
Thank you.
everybody.
Celebration 20 years in the making, packed into one epic weekend. A personal journey, powered by revolutionary technology. More energy. Timeless vitality. Lasting longevity. Now is the time to share the light.
Come on up, directors, congratulations.
Thank you for coming to the LifeWave Global Conference. It was lit. We're already dreaming about next year. California dreaming.
LifeWave Global Conference, Anaheim, California, Fall 2025. Registration is now open. Be the light. LifeWave.
Hey, let's go.
Well, hi there, and welcome to LifeWave's global headquarters. 世界中の何百万もの人々にとって、LifeWave は希望を象徴し、真実と光の灯台を象徴しています。
It's one of those things where you have to be there to understand the magnitude of what you experience when you walk in.
It literally is giving me goosebumps.
Like, it's just mesmerizing.
All I can say is, wow.
You felt like you were on a journey in outer space. Just simply amazing.
What an incredible, breathtaking experience.
I cannot believe what I saw, but I saw it.
Whoever you bring here, they will be sold.
The genius and the vision and the work that went into this was absolutely amazing.
It's just honestly mind-blowing to see the technology, the evolution of this company.
The sky's the limit. That's all I can say.
I'm just speechless. It was so beautiful. I don't even know what to say.
This is the most exciting, jaw-dropping presentation I've ever experienced.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back again to Super Wednesday. Yes, it is always an amazing time at 8:30 on Super Wednesday. Yeah, I actually miss all of you guys, you know. Every day I think, I thought, not yet Wednesday. Not yet Wednesday. How lah? What did y'all feed me? I think y'all feed me some drug. Every Wednesday I think of you guys. Every day I think of you guys. Yeah. Okay. Hello. Welcome back to Super Wednesday. Now, before we begin, let me remind you, our session will take about 1 hour or so. Right? So please extend your fullest cooperation, mute your microphones so that you do not disrupt the sharing session and the presenters or sharers tonight. Now, my name is not Chinhua. My name is not Lingam. My name is not Pochu. What's my name? So naughty, Okay, my name is Alfred, and I grew up in Penang. Now, I currently stay in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, right? I was an employee in the corporate world for 23 years. Imagine, wasted so much time there. I keep telling myself now, wasted so much time there. Okay, and my last designation was as a general manager for an international heavy machine company. I'm sure all of you know, it's Caterpillar Machine. And I have a small family. Now, everyone knows, we just celebrated my Ferrari's birthday. So Lamborghini is coming next month. September and October. So lor. And I showed you a picture of them holding a red car, a Ferrari car, and the yellow Lamborghini, right? When they were young. Okay, welcome back to LifeWave Super Wednesday virtual event. I am, as usual, super excited to have all of you here. Now, why am I excited? Every Wednesday I say I'm excited. That's why lah. Ayo, susah eh. Now, I'm excited about the amazing session, the sharing session that we're going to have today. And this is what it's all about. Only a sharing. Now, this is not a lecture. This is not a test. This is us coming here to speak our hearts. Right? Here's what I know about you. You actually want to learn more. You actually want to make an impact. Now, I say this because you can be watching your K-pop drama, your K-drama, not K-pop, K-drama. You can be watching TV. You can go out shopping. You can go out dinner. You can spend time with your family, your kids, your relative, your friends, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, or doing anything else. But all of you guys choose to be here, right? I'm so proud of you for making it here. So tonight we have an amazing entrepreneur going to be, right, who will be sharing her knowledge with us tonight. When I say amazing, I just got to know that she's really amazing. Seriously, you know, no joke one. Okay. When I saw her credentials, I was like, oh my goodness, really, can study really well, you know, this person. This person is actually a CIMA graduate. Chartered Institute of Management Accountant. Can you imagine? He's not just a normal accountant. She does management accounting. Ayo. Okay. So I was, when I studied last time, I was also toying around with the idea of taking CIMA, but I said, oh my goodness, it's too difficult to do, right? Because I'm not an accounts person lah. So when I look at numbers, I fall asleep lah. So yeah. So tonight we will be sharing about why LifeWave. You may take notes if you like. After you listen to her sharing, you'll be able to understand why she said yes. Now, please stay until the end. The sharing is going to be very powerful. Okay, especially for mothers. Okay, so before I bring her on, let me talk a little bit about the person who is responsible to give us this amazing technology. Do you know what his name is or not? Yes, he's David Smith. Okay, so David Smith invented this two-patch system, the first ever patch that came out from LifeWave, which is called Energy Enhancer. Okay, now it works with the polarity of the body to be able to turn body fat into fuel for energy endurance, and stamina in the field, Amazing, right? So this went so well for the field that they were able to improve the quality of life and to get off the things that were really harmful for you. Okay. So after 2 years, David started LifeWave. Okay. And we celebrated our 20th anniversary. You saw the video just now. Last year, 2024. So David thought this is so great. I have ideas for other patches that can help people improve their quality of life. Now, recently, we have the chance also, by the generosity of our senior presidential director, elite, I think he's world number 5, I think, top 5 to try the X2O machine, the water machine. It is already here in Malaysia, okay? So we are trying it out, yeah? So David Smith really, started diving into stem cells research and really started to think, well, we know about the power of stem cells. We all come from stem cells, right? Right? An egg and a sperm come together and there are stem cells and you are born with abundance of stem cells, right? So those stem cells can actually repair and regenerate the body. And he thought, how can I use something like this to help humanity? And again, a very non-invasive but yet beneficial way that radically changed people's quality of life. That actually has always been his mission, David Smith's mission, right? And so over the course of 10 years, not 1 year, not 2 years, 10 years, he was in the lab doing research, doing clinical studies with people trying to determine how can he help them improve their quality of life, right? Then in 2019, he invented a patch, which I'm wearing right now at the back of my neck. This is Alavida, okay? Which is called the X39 at the back. And X39 is a patch that works with your body's own light, like how I mentioned. So Energy Enhancer does things a little bit different. Energy Enhancer triggers beta oxidation, okay? And the other patches that David has invented over the years, they trigger different things in your body, different peptides or different bioelectric field in the body, working different ways. But this patch here is very different. And how it works is, it stimulates the pineal glands. To me, this patch is called Alavida, all right? And it's the second most powerful patch in LifeWave. I don't know whether you agree with me or not. I feel so, right? So that's why it took David so long, 10, 20 years. The patch activates your body's own repair and regeneration, and we have cells in the body that are able to help the body repair any way that's needed, and your body know how to do this, right? We know how to heal. So David figured out how to be able to do that with this non-transdermal patch. Okay, amazing technology, right? So please know that this technology is not a flash in the pan, a new thing here today, gone tomorrow, like many supplements and all, right? This is something that has gone through heavy research over a very long period of time to show that 100% it is effective. And it does exactly what we are saying to bring your body into balance. So we recommend that you patch 1 month for every 10 years you are young. Okay, our clinical studies were done using the back of the neck. So a lot of people ask me, why particularly the back of the neck? But that's why the clinical studies are using the back of the neck. CV7 or below the belly button. But honestly, you patch anywhere, like forehead like that, it will also work. Okay, amazing technology, right? So before I bring on our amazing sharer tonight, I need to get the disclaimer out of the way. Normal lah. So LifeWave products are for general wellness and intended only to maintain or encourage a general state of health or healthy activity, right? The content provided by Super Wednesday team here is presented in summary form. It's general in nature and is provided for informational purposes only. Always consult your physician or other qualified healthcare provider before embarking on a new health regimen, diet, or fitness program. Please do not disregard any medical advice you have received or delay in seeking it. If you see any income statements or examples mentioned in this presentation, I don't think we're going to have. These are for illustration purposes only. Individual results may vary and does not represent any LifeWave member or brand partner's income. Okay? Always remember, success in any business requires leadership skill, commitment, and dedication. It depends on how much time you spend on it also. So what we are here to do tonight is provide information. Now, I have this amazing honor. I spoke to this person and she just said yes. I said, okay. Because I know she has got a very powerful testimony. Okay. So this person, like I said, she studied in TAR College, Tunku Abdul Rahman College, right? She studied advanced diploma. Can you imagine? I got through this with her just less than 5 minutes ago. My goodness. I dig out everything from her. Okay. She studied advanced diploma in management accounting. This is a degree. And she did her CMA. Hey, can you imagine one professional qualification together with a degree? She does it together in Tunku Abdul Rahman College. Amazing or not? It means I asked her, can study? She's somehow so humble, She said, okay lah, boleh pakai lah, can use. Right? So after graduation, she had the honor, the chance or the opportunity to go over to UK, and to get a top-up degree, right, in management accounting. And she went to Sheffield Hallam University in UK. I don't know where is that, but I think she's in Sheffield, UK, something like that, right? And the thing that surprises me most is she worked with IBM for 12 years. You know what is IBM, right? The very, very famous computer hardware thing. She worked there for 12 years in the financial planning and analysis department. Walao. Cannot, people who can do planning and analysis has to be one level higher than the normal people who does the job, right? Right. And furthermore, she completed her CMA when she was working, Can you imagine she worked in a high-stress area like IBM and she still managed to complete her management accounting professional degree some more? Ayo. Wow. Okay, so I'm not going to spill too much beans on her. I want you guys to listen to her. So let me have the honor to bring this person out. I first met her in Oakland Road. Okay, she's a very humble, demure lady, very soft-spoken, always smile. Okay, and please type 111. Help me to welcome Soo Qi. Over to you, Soo Qi.
Sure. Thank you, Alfred, for a very generous and a rather flamboyant kind of introduction. Doing good in academic studies still doesn't solve the problem in terms of health and wellness.
Yeah. But at least it's awesome, what you have done. Amazing. Seriously.
Thank you.
See, there are so many 111s in the chat group. Okay. Cool.
Let me share screen and start with my sharing. Can you see my screen well?
Yes.
Okay. Right. So, hello everyone. My name is Soo Qi. Chinese is called Liang Soo Qi. Very similar to the Hong Kong actress kind of pronunciation, Soo Qi.
Wow.
Yeah, but definitely don't look like that. So Alfred, just to share a bit of background, Alfred has already covered a lot of things actually. And I won't go through most of them, but I would say during my 12 years in IBM, at the end of it, which was closer to 2021, that was when I was having a very good life, right? I was at the peak of my career. I did very well in IBM itself, climbed the corporate ladder all the way to a senior manager position in the finance department, in the financing unit of IBM. I got married to a very loving and very supportive husband. So we had a very good relationship. I was enjoying life, I would say. And then 2021, which was during the COVID and MCO period, I delivered my first child, right? And you can see, back then I was still very happy, cuddling my little joy of abundance. It was a very difficult pregnancy and a very difficult delivery, but I went through all of that. I thought, okay, this is it. Now I just have to focus on taking care of my baby, right? But things doesn't always go smoothly in life, and it always doesn't go as expected in life. And after 10 days of delivery, actually, this happened. So what happened was I do not know whether it's called a mistake or not, but I bathed. I in a Chinese traditional method, you will call it the wrong way of bathing, where I thought, I can bathe any way I want. There's so many people who bathe. I don't have a very good traditional Chinese confinement kind of knowledge. I thought, well, everyone bathes and it's fine, it's perfect. I cannot stand my hair being so oily and smelly. I have to go and bathe. I took my own sweet time enjoying my bath. I think I spent about 40 to 45 minutes in the bathroom. And when I came out, that was when I felt totally different. So what happened was, I think my pores seems to have opened and it doesn't seem to be able to close back up again. I developed very high sensitivity to sensations. So I could, somehow feel extreme high sensitivity to like wind, and cold. And in Chinese, they will say, ya feng masuk angin lah, Malay say masuk angin lah, right? And those are very, very, very scary sensations, to be honest, because literally our environment has a lot of wind. Our environment has, temperature changes as well. So although during the confinement period, we'll say, okay, don't turn on the fan, our aircon put to as high as you can. But the extent of my sensitivity was even up to the level where if there is wind circulation, it's very painful for me. And even at the degree of 29 Celsius and 30 Celsius, which is the maximum that you can go with aircon, it was very painful for me. It was too cold for me. I felt like icy cold at the temperature of 30 Celsius. So that was how crazy it was. And when I off the aircon, don't turn off the fan, it feels so extremely hot. Of course, I would sweat, right? So basically, I do not know how to live with the environment. And somehow I was perspiring uncontrollably. This was my look, I didn't have a bath. Okay, you look at how wet my hair was. It wasn't from a bath, it was actually from my sweat. And and you can see that I have a lot of sweat. And this was my state, like every minute, every second. Every 5 minutes, I have to change my shirts because it will be all wet. I couldn't sleep at night. Very terrible insomnia. Back then, it was just like 15 minutes of sleep a day. I do not know how to survive, but then, yeah, it wasn't functioning normally, of course. And there was a lot of inability to regulate, not only to the environment, even my body temperature was going up and down. I remember I had to quarantine myself because during the COVID period, when I was, when I went to visit the hospital, they thought that I had a fever. They thought that I have a COVID, so I was being quarantined during my confinement period, and then my child was left alone in the confinement center without our parents. So yeah, those were the days. Even eating, bathing, etc. All those actually requires a lot of work and regulation in the body, which I think I've always taken it for granted. I didn't know that our body's immune system actually includes regulating to both environment and to ourselves. It's yeah, it actually requires a lot of work. Okay, the defense system, and that was basically gone. So of course you can imagine with my states like that, my anxiety was extremely high. Trying to live in an environment, I tried many ways to try to solve this problem. Went to the hospitals, did a lot of checks, blood tests, everything came out okay, normal. We even stayed. I even stayed in the hospital for a few days to just try to find out what was my reason, and nothing was found. I did TCM supplements, etc., but some improvements, not much. Okay, and also I kind of developed morning stiffness. So when I wake up in the morning, I can't move my fingers. During the beginning of the period, it took 4 hours to actually be able to move my fingers. But over time, of course, I think after 2 years or so, it improved a lot. I had carpal tunnel syndrome as well. And I guess because of the high anxiety and the lack of sleep, I had acid reflux, very, very bad acid reflux, very, very bad gastric. I basically have to go to the specialist. Because I was like at night 3 to 4 times, I need to take some food to suppress or to manage my acid. If not, I cannot lie down. Then the doctor gave me 2 months of Nexum, which is the maximum that you can take. Still doesn't work. And basically, I was just relying on a lot of medications back then. Whenever there's acid reflux, I'll take Gaviscon, but it doesn't really work as well. And with my in order to solve my sleeping issues, I went to the psychiatrist to get sleeping medicine. And but even the maximum of the sleeping hours that I can get was between 2 to 4 hours, despite with the medicine. So yeah, those were my days. And I think the change happened when I finally found buying Qigong in November 2022. That was about close to 2 years of suffering badly. Of course, when I take TCM, etc., it helped, but the improvement wasn't that significant. I was still suffering. And I have to tell you about the story about Qigong as well, because if it's not because of Qigong, I wouldn't have so much faith with LifeWave. So when I out of desperation, I try here, try there, and this was the solution that I tried next about Qigong. And after doing Qigong, I was actually quite amazed with the results as well, because I managed to fall asleep without taking my anxiety pill, anti-anxiety pill. So I thought, wow, amazing, Qigong. So it turns out that whatever the ancient traditional kind of Chinese medication word was real, or which is qi, energy flow. They call it qi in the body, and that regulates a lot of how your body function. So when I practice qigong, I think it increases that energy flow, and instantly I can see improvements. So I continue to actively practice. Oh, by the way, given my state, I tried to go back to work, but then because I wasn't recovered, so everything triggered again, and then I had to stop my work, and I was entirely on a career break in 2021, right? Yeah. Then it was resting at home, but a lot of the months I wasn't with my child as well because I can't take care of her until when I do qigong, then I manage to sleep, and also slowly I can feel some difference in the sense that the sensitivity becomes a bit lesser. My gastric reflux also has a lot of improvement, but still back then I cannot touch anything that is oily, anything that's spicy, anything that is cold, anything that is raw. It will instantly trigger my acid reflux. So my lifestyle was actually very, very restricted and very, very controlled. But a lot of improvements with qigong, until I thought, okay, now it's time that I can send my child to school, which is, she was 3 years old. I feel probably, I need to go back to work already. I've been on career break for 2 years, right? And so because of the changes in life, I think it creates anxiety as well, and stress, and a lot of things triggered again. So I couldn't sleep again, acid reflux, and I was like, gosh, although I'm practicing qigong quite actively, but I'm still having a lot of these issues. And if I start work, it's going to be terrible, right? Because of all the stress we know from work, this is disastrous. But I guess sometimes God or universe has its power. It delivered LifeWave to me at the very right timing, where I need to really thank my sponsor for introducing LifeWave to me, and she's actually my daughter's school principal. Okay, Ellen, I'm not sure whether she's in this call, but she came to me, she introduced to me, she said, she was saying that, I wasn't doing any work, right? Career, no income. So why not try LifeWave as a business? So back then I was like, okay, let me just find out. And then when I sat through the presentation, it wasn't really about the business aspect that attracted me, but it was everything that they said was very similar to the concepts from Qigong. So they talk about light, talk about energy, and how it stimulates the repair and healing function of your body. It talks about healing reactions, right? It talks about meridian points, which I had a lot of exposure when I was learning Qigong. And instantly, I believe in the product. I had a lot of faith. I felt that this is exactly like the ancient energy healing, but being blended or being turned into modern technology. It was being technologized, if that's such word. So I was like, okay, let me try. And when I bought the product, of course there was a keyword saying that, which increases my confidence. I was surprised by the results, whereby I always had these constipation issues, right? So when I patch it, I think instantly it realizes that my body needed detox. So I kept going to the toilet. it wasn't like the diarrhea form of, purging, but it was just constant going to the toilet, like a bit of detox feeling for 3 to 4 days. And I have insomnia issues, right? I always wake up in the middle of the night. I'm a very light sleeper. But that night, the first day itself, when I patched, at night I could sleep so well that even when my girl was crying, I had a hard time waking up. I had to drag my body to get up. And that was when I felt very, very amazed by this product. Then I continued using it. Of course, there was a lot of healing reactions, but a lot of improvements throughout the way. And also my gastric issue. I used to needing to wake up like 3 to 4 times, right? But that night onwards, I didn't have to wake up at all at night to drink something. So it was amazing. And then I just continued to patch now, and I managed to go back to work. Even my state of happiness somehow increased. Maybe I've heard that LifeWave can also repair your auto nervous system, and that is the function that controls our anxiety and nervousness and hormones. So I felt happy and energetic when I patched LifeWave. So fast forward, I've been patching that since March 2024, and it's been 1.5 years down the road now. I'm not sure if what you see, but personally, I'm very happy with the results. Even the picture itself, I can see myself. Wow, the first picture looks so dull, like there's no energy in my eyes. My smile felt very forceful. After 1 month of patching, I already started to see results. Wasn't that pale anymore, and then blood circulation was improving. But after further 1.5 years down the road, this is the third picture. I just took it last night for this presentation. I could see myself actually looking much more energetic, my eyes especially, and my smile feels so much cheerful, so real, much real. Even my face, right? Back then I was trying to eat a lot of things, but I still maintained to be very thin. Now I see that my face was uplifted, wasn't that saggy, and it seems that I was able to put on some weight, which I was very happy. So of course, a lot of the issues that I mentioned improved, but not only that, I had quite a few of a surprise results. My immunity actually improved a lot. Back then, I used to fall sick very easily. I remember 1 year I can fall sick like 3 to 4 times, and it's quite the major sickness. Whenever my child has fallen sick, even though those are sickness that typically adults will not fall sick to, but I fall sick like stomach flu, like the mouth and hand, foot, mouth and disease, all those the herpangina. I actually had experienced that, but after patching for so long, for this 1.5 years, I've only fallen sick once, which is the influenza A, right? And I'm not that scared anymore because I realized that even before my delivery, my body actually used to be quite weak. I used to fall sick very easily, so I was very scared of people surrounding me who cough, who's not well. But now, even if people around me is sick, right? I don't fall sick. I haven't fallen sick actually. And then my ulcers last time, even before delivery, it just never recover. I think my metabolism was slower. So it will be like 2 weeks and it's still there until I need to put some steroids, then it will recover. But after patching, I realized that if I eat any heaty food, I have ulcers. It just take 5 days to recover by itself without any medicine. So I was amazed. And then not only that, like I have higher tolerance for heaty fried food. I used to take fried food and instantly I would have sore throat, but now I feel perfectly okay. I can eat a lot of various range of food. anything. It doesn't trigger my gastric as well. I can eat anything. I can even drink alcohol, no issues. Sleeping, I sleep like a baby now. And my sensitivity to environment was also perfectly okay. Even back then, when I had a high sensitivity at that time, I touched phone, right? Phone has radiation. It can be very, very painful for me. So especially when the battery is low or when it's charging, I will know even though I don't see the battery level, because suddenly I feel this intense pain. But now I'm okay. I can use the phone. I mean, sometimes it still feel discomfort. I know there's radiation, but then at least it's not that bad anymore. So and also stress tolerance has improved a lot. So yeah, so this is a lot of the improvements since using LifeWave. And I guess let me share with you now about LifeWave as a career in the business. So Alfred was sharing, right? An entrepreneur to be. So let me share, maybe what my thoughts are and why I've just recently decided that LifeWave would be a career, my future career. And why I say career rather than just a business, because career is a long-term thing, right? Business is just about making money, but career is long-term thing, is where you actually invest your skills in, and also you grow with the company and with the business. So I actually prefer to call it as my future career rather than just purely a business. So I was sharing, I have a lot of improvements. I actually went back to work, right? And I was working for the past 1 year. And as I was working for this past 1 year, I actually felt that somehow I lost the same motivation, and I wasn't that fulfilled anymore. That drive that I had, or the passion that I had last time when I was working in IBM, was totally gone. My mindset seems to have shifted. Perspective of life, I guess, after having such a terrible, horrible health experiences, it's pretty normal to want to appreciate your own health and your work-life balance as well. And also, even solving problems, I don't feel as passionate to solve the corporate problems as compared as to what I find that in terms of the real world, there's actually a lot of real human problems like health, mental issues, relationships, that these are real problems. And I actually have more inclination to want to solve this problem instead. So after 1 year down the road, just very recently, my boss also got retrenched, and my role, we discussed about it. We know that it's going to be a very risky role. Highly likely it's going to be the next to be retrenched. And my boss even tell me, go out and find a job. And as I was looking through, I went through a few interviews as well. I realized that this is really not what I want. And so I started my own self-discovery journey, some meditations and healing. And I started to list down what I want, what I don't want, and what I can make adjustment for, right? So as I look into myself, interestingly, I realized that I want flexibility. I want the ability to be able to have my health, to be able to have manage my stress as well. I have a child now. Life is different. I want time for my family, a balanced lifestyle. I want to be motivated by doing something that actually is fulfilling, and able to touch and inspire people. Also a place where I can be true and genuine to myself, and at the same time personal growth and sustainable income. So it was really more also about the person that I want to to become, right? To be, which is an inspirational person as well. So I list down all of this, and I also list down like the external factors that's going on. So I am currently working in another IT MNC company, but the center here is a software developer hub, right? So I'm surrounded by software developers. I'm living in an IT field, and every day there's the talk and the pressure of AI. And because of AI and because of the economy, which is being quite slow and with a lot of volatility, it has put a lot of pressure to the corporates, and a lot of retrenchments are going on. In fact, a lot of the departments is being forced to retrench for a percentage that is shocking. I was, just shared that one of the department had to retrench like 75% of the headcounts because of AI. And I see the risk. I see that there's actually a very high risk in the corporate employment right now. And also in my own corporate, right? There's a high risk of retrenchment. And whatever jobs that is remaining in corporate, it's really, the expectation is really to lead in a very highly stressful environment where you're expected to be tough, to be resilient, to lead the change, lead the transformation, manage the volatility. And this was also what I've gained through the numerous interviews that I went to. These are the expectations, and in fact, they will upfront ask you, can you do this, right? And I was like, I think I can. I have the capability, but I don't want, right? I don't want to go back to that world again and trigger everything again. No, and I don't want to sacrifice my time with my family. I don't want to work long hours. So I was starting to explore out. I need to diversify myself. I need to find something else. I cannot see the future in for myself, not for everyone, but for myself in the corporate world, where if I don't want to climb the corporate ladder, I just want to, to be comfortable in terms of my working hours, then where's the future for me in the corporate if I don't climb the corporate ladder? Right. And in the same time, having a high risk of being retrenched. And I don't want to be, after 10 or 20 years working in the corporate world, I've at least another 25 years, I guess, of working. I don't want to be after 10 years and suddenly because of my pay is high and then I got retrenched and I have to start from scratch somewhere else. So why not build something now? Right. And as I was exploring, I realized that there's one that really, really, truly called out to me was LifeWave, is LifeWave. It can give me everything that I want intrinsically, which are, it can also, the potential, I would say, is also highly there. Right, we know that the health and wellness industry is one that is very resilient through the economy, and somehow after COVID, after all the vaccinations, a lot of the aging issues seems to have gotten earlier. You will find 30 plus years would be having the high hypertension, diabetes, even stroke, cancer. So it's everywhere, right? Very rampant right now. So there's a lot of potential there. And I see that LifeWave is actually network marketing, right? So network marketing, I can see that the risk is lower. It cannot be fully replaced by AI because network marketing is about human relationships. And I can see the income potential. Not only that, I was more attracted to the passive income potential. So I share with you a bit about what happened when I had to take my career break. I spent a lot of money looking for alternative treatments, right? And nothing works. But when I wasn't working itself, I still have, our ongoing living expenses to spend on. And in just 1 year, about 100K was gone. Okay, 100K per year. So if one day, if I'm not working when I'm old, how do I, and if let's say I have a lot of, health issues, right? Again, how am I going to sustain that? I think passive income is very important, but it's so difficult right now because it's very difficult to do an investment as well. Real properties are just not possible. Shares are risky, and if I want to work on business, also it needs human capital requirements. So it's not that easy. But LifeWave can give you this flexible working hours, balanced life. I can use LifeWave and gain my health and use it for free at the same time if I actually, focus on having this as my business. And not only that, I've seen it has already transformed my life. I've seen how it has touched and transformed so many people's life. I've seen a lot of people like having cancer or diabetes or stroke able to walk again, people who has lost their hearing ability able to hear again, people who are in coma able to miraculously wake up with LifeWave. It's an amazing product. It is one place that I truly can serve with sincerity and with be myself, I would say. And given my experience, I'm totally passionate about LifeWave. I mean, I can share very, very easily because of what I went through. And there's so many benefits, like the product itself work very effectively. So I think it's very easy to share because upon using itself, you can actually feel that it's working on your body. There's some reactions already. And one thing that also really attracted me in LifeWave is the leaders, right? There's so many network marketing out there, but very few of them can resonate with me. But this one, the leaders' values, given that it's a very natural kind of alternate treatment, very holistic, and you can see that the leaders there, like people like Jinlong, people like Alfred, like my upline KH or Mr. Liu, they are all very inspirational. They genuinely want to help people to live a better life and a healthier life, and they really will see through to it and help you to gain back your health and serve you in that manner. And I want to be able to do that as well. So these are the people that I look up to and I'm inspired by. And that's also where I'm looking for in terms of my personal growth, to expand my knowledge here, my skills here. It's a totally new field, new area, but I'm willing to unlearn and relearn everything, train myself again, because I think this is the future and this is the person I want to become and this is the place I want to be, right? Not mentioning as it's a low startup cost. So yeah, in a nutshell, this kind of shared, my background, my story, my health story. To be honest, it was actually very emotional and very painful as I prepared these slides because it brought back a lot of painful memories. But I was so worried that I would cry when I was sharing, but I'm glad that everything went well and no crying. And also why I've decided that LifeWave would be my future and would be my career. So yeah, thank you for hearing me out. over to you, Alfred, for any questions.
Wow, amazing. Okay, so I can see one heart floating up there from KH Tan. So yeah, your up line should be very, very proud of you, huh? So yes, I know it is not easy because having gone through what you have gone through, the first thing that came into my mind just now was you just had a baby and you had to go through that kind of thing while taking care of that toddler. Wow, you I cannot imagine that. Must be wow. Okay.
Yeah, in fact, I have to be separated with her for for a few months or so when I was at
Ah.
my worst. Yeah,
Okay,
wasn't
okay.
easy.
So it's okay. I will advise you if you have another baby, don't take 45 minutes shower during your confinement period. Okay.
After bitten by a snake, I definitely won't do it again.
Yeah. Okay, we have a few questions for you, Soo Qi. Before we answer the questions in the chat room. Now, when you met with LifeWave, having looked at that piece of sticker, I always ask people this: what are your initial expectations or concern about the product before you started using it? When you look at, I was very skeptical for one. I said, these kind of things can. So my question to you is, what were your initial expectations or concern about the product, before you started using it?
Actually, I didn't have much concern, to be honest. Firstly, I think maybe KH shared with me very well. So I was already convinced by that technology, right? Light and energy flow. And it looks like a sticker. You just stick at the back of your neck. It's external. You don't have to eat in. Sometimes I'm not convinced by intake, food intake, because I've experienced this case where sometimes I eat too much TCM. It can be quite toxic, and then I actually felt pain with my waist, etc. And then the supplements don't work well on me because I have a very bad gastric issue. So basically, whatever I eat, also it will not be properly absorbed. So, but this is just something that you stick at the back. Like, what's there to be concerned about, right? And it's not something that emits an external thing to your body.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I said, okay, just try it out. Plus there's a 30 days money back guarantee, so
Okay, it's definitely a
why not?
no-brainer, right?
No brainer
Yeah.
for me to try out.
So I can still remember, the first time I met you in Auckland Road, you didn't look like what you do, right? So can you describe your initial experience with the patch, with the product? When you use, what did you experience?
Uh, the the having to go to the pool that I mentioned, to the toilet, and
Were you worried?
no, I wasn't worried because I have knowledge from my Qigong experiences. I already am exposed to healing reaction and healing crisis, because it's the same thing that happened during Qigong. So when I patch LifeWave, I know that there's healing reaction. In fact, I was very happy. I was very happy. Even after patching for about a month, there was some pain at my leg. I was also very happy because that was the part where I had a muscle tear, and I know that now it's doing some healing and repair work at my leg there. I had very dry lips, cracking lips. In fact, for the first 9 months, I feel very thirsty. But then, in a way, I was also very happy because I know that the blood circulation is much better. And healing needs water, so I was very dehydrated back then, right? I was sweating so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even though I was sweating back then, right, by so much, I didn't feel thirsty one. So it was like my body was so cold.
Oh.
Very weak, very weak.
So you will sweat and then you will stop sweating, feel cold, and then
No, I
from
won't stop
feeling cold,
sweating.
you
I'll
become
be
hot again, you start to sweat again. Is that the case?
no, I was basically sweating most of the time.
Oh, okay. Did the doctor explain what is wrong with your body?
Oh, it was very, very heartbreaking, honestly. Very, very depressing because every Western doctor that I go to, they don't give any explanation. They see that,
Oh,
my
okay.
results are okay, right? Then they straight away attribute it to postpartum depression.
Postpartum,
Yeah.
Wow. But you don't sweat when you are having postpartum depression, right?
Well, I'm sure maybe some anxiety would, but it wouldn't be at like that level, that like if you saw my picture, it's like dripping sweat, right?
Yeah. I saw your picture just now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
it was.
you went to a Chinese doctor, a Chinese insect? Yes.
I did.
And were there any explanation given to you?
Yeah, so the explanation that was given to me is basically my qi is messed up.
Oh,
It's
okay.
weak. And because qi from an ancient perspective is it regulates your defense system that is part of immunity.
Correct.
Yeah, right. We cannot just live, in the environment without regulating. If not, how do we make sure that the water doesn't go into our body? The wind doesn't go into the body. Actually, something is working inside. So that was the explanation that was given.
Yeah. So can you also share a specific example how this product, positively impacted your life?
Oh, it helped me to regain back my life. I can function normally now. I can function like normal now. I think that's the biggest gratitude that you have to be in life, right? To be able to have a body that supports you in a daily life, and I got that back.
So what were you patching for your body to come back into balance, and how long?
It actually was just 2 patches, X39 at the back of my neck and Aeon at the back of my neck, one during the day, one during the night. During my patching itself, I had a lot of improvements in my sleep, my gastric. So I kind of like can live already, but it's still not stable lah, right? Off and on it will come back. To be actually fully recover, and I said that I'm free now. It's really now lah, like after 1.5 years lah.
Oh, meaning whatever problems or symptoms that you had did not come back at all now. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That was after 1 year, is it?
More than 1 year lah. 1 year and 3 months, I think.
Oh, okay. So were there any unexpected benefits you discovered while using this product?
Definitely my immunity. Like I didn't fall sick so easily, and then the ulcers can just repair by itself. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And I think my anxiety or my stress management level also improved a lot. This was totally unexpected.
Okay. So you also shared you tried a lot of things, right? Chinese TCM, herbal thing, blah blah blah. Supplements, I'm sure you tried.
Yeah.
Right? So how does this product compare to other similar products you have used in the past?
Oh, this is effective, man.
No comparison, or how does it compare?
This is totally effective because I think one major difference is that whatever I tried in the past, right, mainly was intake. So given that my stomach was so weak, probably it doesn't absorb, I'm not sure, right? But
Mm.
but this one is something that's patching, it's something exterior. I also tried something else, which is like thermal socks or clothes that actually stimulates your I think some infrared, right? Infrared light, and
Blood
then
flow?
yeah, blood flow, correct. But it was actually very uncomfortable for me because while my body feel very hot and heaty,
Mm.
and especially when I'm so sensitive to to energy back then, right? To temperature,
Mm.
wow, this one is suffering. So then I cannot bear with it, and then I didn't continue using anymore. Mm.
I see.
Mhm.
Okay, Ma, now I'm curious, right? Are there any further improvements or features that you like to see, in the future, versions of this product? What do you expect? You know the water machine or biopneumatic machine all coming, right? So
Yeah.
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 So is there any characteristics or thing, that patch already within a week you turn from 30 to being looking like 18 years old or something like that? What's your what's your features you would like to see in the future versions of this product? Like
Actually, no, like I really think that this patch is so the reaction of it is so fast, like instant. And I've seen, the results, like some people when they were doing the demo, right? Right after you patch, right after you drink water, after 20 seconds or so, you can see the results. Like it's so instant. It's once you patch, it's already working. What else can you expect, right? Um,
correct. Yeah.
mm,
The
and
product speaks for itself,
the
right?
product speaks for itself, truly. Truly,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
just have to use it to realize the benefits. Um,
Mm,
and I think this is such a great product that
mm.
everyone deserves to try. Everyone
Okay.
deserves to use it. Mm.
So now I've got a few probing questions for you. I'm getting more and more naughty already now. Right.
Bring
So
it on.
you bring it on. Very good one. Okay. Now you are a SEMA graduate, Chartered Institute of Marketing Accountant, right? My wife also is from the finance department. So, being looking at numbers and everything, she
Oh,
doesn't have to speak to other people. I'm sure you also don't have to speak to other people. So now, how comfortable are you sharing, the product and your experience with others? How comfortable? Or are you facing issues or blocks that you are having now? How comfortable?
actually, I'm very comfortable.
Oh, really? Okay. Okay.
I'm very comfortable because whenever I hear people have health issues, right? I,
Mm,
I I just love to share this product um,
mm,
because I want to help them. It helped
mm.
me. I have the same motivation to help others as well, right?
Okay.
I
So,
was lost back then because I tried so many things that didn't work. So I was
mm,
very depressed, but someone gave me hope, right?
mm,
And it realized, and I want to give that same thing to other people. So I
mm.
have no issues actually. But I guess if you want to say challenge in sharing, I guess it would be if to my friends, I'm actually very comfortable, right? People I know. They also a lot of them know my background, my history, so they will be amazed by my testimony as well.
Ah.
Uh, but with strangers lah, strangers, I probably need to do some prepping.
So yeah, that's why how comfortable, that's my question to you. So yeah, why have you decided to share your testimony to other people? I mean, your friends, that's very natural, right? But somehow or other, one day you will start sharing with, strangers and, you know,
Mm.
uh, why did you decide? Will it be the same reasons like, for helping people, or you have another reason why did you decide to share, your testimony and your journey about this product?
One thing is, I think, firstly, this is a relationship business, right? Um, and the way to move people is through your own stories. Stories are very powerful.
Correct. Yeah.
Your
So,
own story is even more powerful.
yeah. Okay. So, what are your concerns about sharing your experience like publicly? I know tonight is your first public sharing over Zoom, over with how many now? 100 over people that's here now. Yeah. So, what are your concerns, if you have any lah, about sharing your experience publicly?
Well, honestly, I would say I had a lot. I think one thing why it took so long for me to like do a real shift to LifeWave business was I had a very strong psychological barrier. Okay. I didn't want to be somehow I had a fear of being labeled as a person who's doing in the sales. I guess I had some egoistic problem where I had a very high qualification. I was doing very well in the finance field. To suddenly put myself from that intellectual space to, going out and and sell, or not to sell lah, but to, to share and to network, right?
Yeah.
It was a psychological barrier.
Oh, I see. Hey, don't think like this, I mean, I was with Simon for 23 years and I'm the general manager of Southeast Asia, my friend. And taking care of Malaysia, Singapore, and Thailand. Then we have another, amazing brand partner here, Jinhua. He is a master of pharmacies, He's a pharmacist, crazy, And then your own team, your hardworking upline, your Mr. Tan, KH Tan. I'm sure he's a quantity surveyor. Yeah, come on.
Exactly. And then I realized that it was my own issue. It was actually a judgment for myself. And like what I said, right, when I wrote down the why, like what I want and the why, I realized that what am I struggling with? Whatever that I want can be provided by LifeWave, right? I just need to shift my mindset a bit, and it's all about mindset, right? It's just shifting that mindset a bit, and it's just so easy. I can suddenly feel very proud to say that yes, I want to do business in LifeWave right now. In fact, I had a heart-to-heart talk with my parents to share this, because I feel that the support from them is also very important. And today, when we have this presentation, right, I wasn't afraid anymore. I was reaching out to people that I know that I know care about me, and a lot of them are in the call right now, and tell them that I'm going to share my
Amazing.
experience. I'm going to do this as my business. This is my future. So yeah,
Amazing.
no
Okay.
more fear.
Yeah. Okay. One advice, I will also give you a thumbs up first. One advice is normally people will struggle and think that between knowledge and skill, how do you say it? Between skills, knowledge, and mindset, which one is more important?
Mindset.
Of
Without
course.
fail.
Yeah. So I'm here as a friend to tell you knowledge, skills, 1%. Okay? 99% is mindset. right?
Maybe a bit more than 1% lah.
No, I do not agree. 1% only. 99% is always the mindset. People, I saw a short little video which resonated with me so much, and I reposted it. This person say, tomorrow is a lie. Have you seen tomorrow? Have you felt tomorrow? Have you heard tomorrow? People always say tomorrow. Tomorrow is actually a lie. Okay, think about what I say. Yeah. So I've got one more question before we take the question from the chat room, right? Okay. What were some of your initial motivations for joining network marketing?
The passion to help people.
Sure.
The flexibility.
To me, it's money.
Money.
I mean, but then, I think most of us, about 99.999%, when we started out in LifeWave, we were looking for solution for our very own health issues. Jinhua was looking for, health solutions. Pochu was looking for her health solution. Lingam was also having ischemic stroke, looking for solutions. I have high cholesterol. My wife has, constipation problem, chronic. And then I think you had so much of issues, right? So, do you have any challenges, when you came into this decision of, okay lah, I want to do LifeWave? What were your challenges? Or did you have any?
Got a few. Some of it was, the psychological barrier, the fear of sharing to, how many people can I share? Because my thought was like, my friends are very limited. Like, can I do this? Can I do this as my career, as my business? I have very limited friends.
That's why, Soo
How
Qi,
to
I
reach
told
out.
you, 1% is knowledge, 99% is the
It's
mindset,
mindset. True.
right? Okay, let's take some of the questions in the chat group, in the chat room. From Jovita Chan, what patches are you using now? You look good.
Oh,
Walao.
thank you. My X39 Aeon, definitely consistently every day. I love Alavida as well, because I realized that when I patch Alavida, my deep sleep actually lengthens. Okay. I measured that with my watch lah, my smart watch lah, but now I don't use it because I was, because of the laser. But I've confirmed that the deep sleep will definitely increase. And occasionally I will use glutathione just to detox. And this is just something that I recently just started, because last time I didn't use glutathione much. And I realized that even at this state now, when I patch a new patch at a certain meridian point, it also creates a very strong healing reaction. I remember patching the glutathione for the liver detox. So for that meridian point, and I felt so tired that day. Literally didn't want to move, and I know that's another healing reaction. So yeah. I'll probably try CRP next.
What you are trying to say is do not add on any patches so fast, right?
Yeah, I think you don't have to. X39 and Aeon itself is powerful.
Yes, amazing. Hear that, all of you, right? She
the
came
trick
back
is
from all those health issues that she has only using X39 and Aeon, right, Soo Qi?
yeah. And I think the trick is to consistently patch.
Yes. Okay, so the next one, wait, Samsung user, what patches do you patch? I think you have answered that. Leslie says, thank you, Soo Qi, for your amazing sharing. Ellen Cole, wow, so proud of you, Soo Qi. William, how often did you face rejections during your past sharing?
Oh God. Honestly, I don't really keep count lah because I don't think that I should. It actually demotivates me more. But it's really the mindset, It's natural to have rejections. Especially we also reject people, right? So it's fine as well. It's just letting go, and moved on, right? And most of the rejections, I think, I've also learned now that to reflect, you know, when I had rejections, I realized that it was usually because of pricing issues, right? Or their skepticality. So we find a solution in the sense that how do we advise them, or how do we convince them, right? So that's where mindset comes in, because if you actually is fixated to do this as your long-term career, you will have the drive to also reflect and find solutions to whatever problems that you face.
Yeah. So another advice is always team up with your upline, downlines, for the always remember you are very similar to the 5 people you always spend your time with, correct? Think about this, everyone. Okay, the next one from Jovita Chan is also asking you, did you do CRP?
Not yet, no.
Okay. So Jinhua has said, wow, amazing sharing, Soo Qi, amazing sharing, Soo Qi. Okay. So for how long? For Henry, for how long? Oh, I didn't get Henry's question. For how long? Sorry,
It's okay,
typo.
but maybe just type again the question, Henry, to be more specific.
Yeah. Okay. Jovita says yes. A lot of my friends say it is expensive, especially for pensioners. Okay. How would you tell these people,
Mm.
Soo Qi?
For me, sometimes it's how you define expensive, right?
Yeah.
I is, if you can find an effective solution, does the cost really matter? Because I have spent a lot of money doing other treatments, hospitalized as well, and I will tell you that cost is much higher than spending money on this patch. In fact, if you look at the technology that it provides, it's a breakthrough technology. Stem cells injections in the market is about 20 to 40K, right? But this patch to activate your stem cells, which is in a very natural way, it just costs less than 500 ringgit a month. For a stem cell patch itself, right? If you multiply it by 12 months, that's less than 10K, I think. How do you compare that to injections, right? The technology itself, I think the cost that we pay for the technology is very reasonable.
Yeah. Okay. Jovita, another way is also to get, you also, how do I say, borrow other people's testimony, like Soo Qi, she has, I think, the next advice from me is actually, she will actually table out everything of what she spent on her health last time and compare it to the cost of using the LifeWave patches. Then people will relate to it and say, jaw-dropping, you know. She tried this, try that, try this, hospitalized this and that. The doctors were not able to do anything, right? So yeah lor, then she can also put together, you know, how much she has used from LifeWave against her medical bills, right, Soo Qi? That
Yeah,
would be,
that
I think, a fair, you know, comparison. Yeah.
sounds good.
Okay.
Mm.
So, if you have no more issue, oh, okay. Do you have any such similar situation? Do you return to attempt sharing or wait, Tiffany? Do you have any such or similar situation? Do you return to attempt sharing or stretch the time period of sharing? I have shared the most evidential own testimonial. It didn't seem to get family member to be convinced, though they were along the stages to see my problem solved. They were shared on other testimonies, inclusive of severed cases. I can only say that their mindsets are not aligned. They seek fast and immediate solution. Oh, yes. Yes, Tiffany. Well, we can only share, and basically, the decision is up to those people. Of course, we do not force them. We cannot force them, right? So, yeah. So move on to the next. Keep sending them testimonials. You know, maybe one day they will come around, right? So, Soo Qi, do share out in our school. Well, there is a recording of this session. We will share this session's recording once it is ready. How do I join Builder Hub? Politan, can someone share the link with me, please? Please get back to the person who brought you into LifeWave, your upline. They would have the Builder Hub link. Okay? So, if there's no more questions, let me share something with you all. These are the upcoming events that we will have in LifeWave or in the Oakland Road or KL showroom, right? So, come rain, shine, public holiday, no public holiday, 2 o'clock, you will have people sharing the business opportunity presentation, especially how to reactivate production of stem cells, awaken self-healing mechanism with light every day. Okay, this happens every day. And tomorrow, Thursday, we will have Encik Jalal doing his presentation. Friday, we have Mr. Gavin Lim. Saturday, we have Miss Chiam. And Sunday, we have Mr. Sin on the in the Oakland Road showroom, 2 o'clock to around 3 o'clock like that. Please do come and join in the fun, right? You learn more about your own health issues and how to, you know, settle them, right? So next, we still have this APAC regional incentive trip that's going on. Right? So there are 6 ways to earn points. You look at the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, right? So the trip dates will be on January 4th to 9, 2026. Qualification period ends October 19. You still have exactly 18 days to go, ladies and gentlemen. Please, I have been to Da Nang, and LifeWave trips are just amazing. The rooms that they give you are so big. I literally was somersaulting in the room. You know, I brought my wife as well. And I think Chinhua went for the other one in Bali. And he brought another brand partner. And then I think they had a wild time there. And then, yeah, this one is another one which is coming up. Is a cruise to Hong Kong, Japan, and Taiwan. Right? So, moving on next. Yes, we have an event. Our president of LifeWave is coming. Meredith Burkic, right? And we have amazing elite presidential director, senior presidential director, both Lees, but they are not related. I'm also Lee, but I'm also not related to them. So we have Mr. Lee Jinlong, Mr. Ronald Lee, Coach G, Kamal Mustafa, Meredith Burkic, and Dr. Edward Chu coming on the 14th of November, which is a Friday. The event is from 8 to 10 p.m., right? Please get to the person who brought you into this Zoom call. Tickets are selling fast because this venue can only hold 500 people. Okay? Now, if you buy 10 tickets, you get 2 free. Okay? The free tickets are not entitled to door gift. Okay? So it's on a first come, first served basis. And when you claim your door gift, you have to be present. Yeah? Okay? So this is the small little sharing on the Share the Light conference coming up next month in Anaheim, California, right? So at any point, there must be one time in your LifeWave brand partner journey that you need to go for this global convention. Okay? Take a look. There you go. This will be the Share the Light conference in Anaheim, California, October 22nd to 25th, right? So the promotion just now for Ride the Wave ends tonight at 11:59. Yeah. So please get back to the person who brought you into this Zoom call. If you are interested to attend, get the link from them and quickly buy your tickets. Okay. You still have 1 hour and 59 minutes to go. Okay? Right. So with that, we have come to the end of Super Wednesday. Before we part ways and say goodbye, we need to remind you, after Soo Qi's sharing, you deserve to be successful and express all of your hidden talents. All of us here believe in you, right? Now think about this. I always tell this to people. This is what I believe. Helping people grow and achieve their dreams is the fastest route to success. Okay? And to me, to succeed in business and in life, both succeed in business and in life, we have to go to the extra mile to help people solve their problems. Okay? So for all of you who join us tonight on Super Wednesday, thank you for giving yourself the opportunity to understand more about LifeWave. This sharing couldn't be possible without all of you. I want to say a massive thank you to our sharer, Miss Soo Qi. All right. Thank you so much for your amazing sharing. And for everyone else, thank you for having us. And thank you so much for joining us tonight. We enjoyed each and every moment we had together with all of you. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of tonight's Super Wednesday Zoom session. Have an amazing weekend. We'll see you again next week. Same time, same place, same day. Okay? Good night. This is Alfred and Soo Qi and the Super Wednesday team of Chin Hua, Po Chu, and Mr. Lingam, as well as all of you. We are signing off for this edition of Super Wednesday. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye. Thank you.